There is something about music that transcends the ordinary, something that reaches deep into our consciousness and stirs our emotions, often in ways we cannot fully articulate. Taylor Swift's music has this rare ability to touch on universal truths about life, love, loss, identity, and the pursuit of happiness. But beyond the catchy melodies and poignant lyrics, there's a deeper layer at play, one that speaks to fundamental philosophical ideas. Today, we will explore how Taylor Swift's music intersects with profound philosophical concepts, inviting us to reflect on existence, meaning, and the nature of human experience. Through her songs, we will journey into the realm of philosophy, guided by thinkers such as Jean-Paul Sartre, Emmanuel Levinas, Aristotle, David Hume, Martha Nussbaum, and Martin Heidegger. Let the music and philosophy intertwine, offering a meditative space to ponder life's complexities. One of Taylor Swift's most recurring themes is the search for self-identity. In songs like You Belong With Me or Mirror Ball, she explores the complexities of who we are and how we navigate the world's expectations versus our true selves. This theme aligns closely with existentialist philosophy, particularly the ideas of Jean-Paul Sartre, who famously argued that existence precedes essence. For Sartre, we are not born with a predetermined purpose or nature. Instead, we define ourselves through our choices and actions. Our identity is not something fixed, but something we must continuously create. Swift's music captures this essence of self-discovery and personal agency. In songs like Shake It Off or The Man, there's a sense of rebellion against societal norms, a declaration of independence and personal identity. Sartre would argue that these moments of self-expression are exactly how we shape our existence. The act of asserting ourselves is not just an external statement, it is a deeply philosophical act of becoming. Yet, Sartre also reminds us that this freedom comes with a burden, responsibility. The more we define ourselves, the more we are accountable for those definitions. In the face of societal expectations, Taylor's songs often reflect the tension between self-assertion and the fear of being judged, a theme Sartre would relate to as the look of the other, the way others perceive and define us. Taylor's music invites us to reflect on how we navigate this tension in our own lives. Love, an eternal and universal theme in Swift's catalogue, also invites philosophical inquiry. Whether in the yearning of All Too Well or the joyful optimism of Lover, Taylor's exploration of love speaks to the heart of human connection. But love is not just an emotion. It is a powerful moral force. Philosophers like Emmanuel Levinas, who emphasize the ethics of the other, offer a compelling framework for understanding love in a deeper way. Levinas argues that true ethics begins in our encounter with another person, in the recognition of their humanity and individuality. Love, from this perspective, is not about possession or even mutual benefit, but about selflessly responding to the needs of the other. In her music, Taylor often highlights the vulnerability and openness that love demands, both in the joyous moments of connection and the painful experiences of heartbreak. Her songs like Delicate and Exile embody this ethical call, where love is not just a feeling, but a responsibility to care for the other person's well-being. In contrast, the philosopher Aristotle provides a different but equally important view. His concept of Eudaimonia, or flourishing, suggests that love, while essential, is part of a broader framework of living a good life. For Aristotle, true happiness is found not in fleeting pleasures, but in meaningful relationships the cultivation of virtue, and the pursuit of wisdom. In Taylor's songs, we often hear a longing for this deeper connection, as seen in Begin Again or Call It What You Want, where relationships represent the possibility of personal growth and fulfillment. For Aristotle, this reflects the pursuit of a flourishing life, where love plays a key role, but is woven into a larger tapestry of virtue and meaning. As we move through Taylor's discography, there is a recurring theme of loss, whether it's the ending of a relationship or the passage of time. Songs like The Best Day and Soon You'll Get Better speak to the inevitability of change and the sorrow that accompanies it. This theme brings us to the existentialist thoughts of Martin Heidegger, particularly his notion of being toward death. Heidegger argues that it is through our awareness of mortality that we can live authentically. To confront the transience of life is not to despair, but to realize the urgency and significance of living in the present moment. Taylor's reflections on loss align with Heidegger's idea that our relationship to time and the awareness of our mortality can lead us to live more authentically. In All Too Well, there's a recognition of the fleeting nature of love and memories. Yet, it is through these moments of impermanence that we are invited to cherish the time we have. Heidegger might suggest that it is not the loss itself, but our response to it, that reveals the authenticity of our existence. Similarly, the Stoic philosophers like Epictetus remind us that we cannot control the events of life, but we can control how we respond to them. Stoicism teaches us to embrace life's uncertainties with grace, to accept what we cannot change, and to focus on what we can control, our attitudes, our virtues, and our peace of mind. In many ways, Taylor's music teaches us this lesson. Her lyrics encourage resilience in the face of loss, offering a sense of hope that even in the midst of heartache, we can find meaning and strength. How do we respond to loss and change in our own lives? Do we view them as obstacles, as things that hold us back, or do we see them as opportunities for growth and reflection? Taylor's music teaches us that loss, while painful, is also a part of the human experience that can lead us toward greater self-awareness. Whether it's through love, heartache, or moments of fleeting joy, we are constantly confronted with the transience of life. But perhaps it is in this very impermanence that we find the greatest depth of meaning. Taylor's songs invite us to ask, what is worth holding on to? What do we want to define us? And how can we live authentically in the face of life's uncertainties? Taylor Swift's music is not just a soundtrack for our lives, it is an invitation to reflect on the great questions of existence. Who are we? What does it mean to be loved? How do we cope with loss and find meaning in a transient world? The philosophy embedded in her lyrics offers us a meditative space to contemplate these profound ideas and navigate our own personal journeys. Music and philosophy are intertwined. Both ask us to reflect, to question, and to grow. And as we listen to Taylor's songs, we may find that the answers we seek are not found in rigid definitions or fixed doctrines, but in the experiences we live and the way we come to understand ourselves and the world around us. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more philosophy of pop culture.